Ladies and gentlemen, did you miss me? Well, I guess you did not, to say the least. That's kind of sad, to say the least. What is going on, everybody? Long time no see. Welcome to another episode of Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. Which episode number 2 for your Monday, August 11th of 2025. Now, don't get it twisted, people. I'm not recording this, remember, at least to start the podcast. I'm not recording this on Monday of August 11th. I'm recording this about 7:52 p.m. in East Coast of Syracuse, New York. Being your Sunday, August 10th of 2025. So yeah, I'll probably discuss 3 reviews, spoiler at the top of the show. Maybe right after that, I'm gonna take a little bit of sleep, and then probably more than likely sometime Monday, to say the least, or August 11th, 2025. We're going to be discussing the rest of your show after the 3 reviews, probably your SummerSlam, your Monday Night Raw, after SummerSlam reviews as well. So after that, we get into your news topics, to say the least. And by the way, I'm starting to scratch. I know people, Lucas, you're starting over again. Yes, I am. We're going right back to standard podcast and discuss all things, reviews of wrestling and anything else. So you discuss about that, wrestling news and wrestling discussion, wrestling reviews. Like I said, probably football season right around the corner. About starting preseason as it does that's the past weekend. We're discussing a lot of things football related. So strap in your seatbelts. It's gonna be a wild football season, to say the least. Once the season starts in September 4th of 2025. Enough of sports, though, shall we, for today? Let's get right into your topics, man. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Lucas C. Allen. If you watch on YouTube, hit the like button on today's review or today's podcast. Hit the like button, like I said. Turn the bell for all post notifications. And you obviously subscribe, like I said. And leave a comment. You think of episode number 2 for Lucas Limits of August 11th of 2025, Monday. Watch on Spotify. Do me do the same thing. Hit the comment on what you think of this podcast. And also leave me your 5-star review, like I said. Now we shall get into your topics, to say the least. We're going to discuss both nights your SummerSlam 2025 Night 1, Night 2 reviews and grades, obviously. Wild ass SummerSlam. And some not great stuff. I feel like it was better than WrestleMania, the whole event. Well, last year, WrestleMania 41 fucking sucked for WrestleMania standards, to say the least. At least SummerSlam delivered some parts to a point. I like Night 1, I like Night 2, about to be even signed in the playing field. We're going to discuss that. Also, your Monday Night Raw, August 4th of 2025 review. That's the last review we're going to be doing. Lucas, where's your Dynamite SmackDown reviews, man? Well, it'll be coming out sooner rather than later. Just gotta be a little bit patient, man. By the way, this also podcast will be every other day from now on until I discuss more of my move. So I'm moving on my childhood home, to say the least. So stay tuned for that. More common months and days, to say the least. We'll discuss your 3 reviews, probably for the Sunday version of this podcast. As your Monday version, more likely, you're just ESPN. This fucking weird-ass fucking story. ESPN will stream all WWE PLEs in the United States starting next year in 2026. Lovely! It's costing $30 fucking dollars. We go from $10 from Peacock, increase that by 20, to fucking ESPN. Where the fuck they're taking place on this whatever streaming platform, ESPN? The $1 streaming platforms they have on fucking ESPN. It's not ESPN Plus, people. Also, discussing WWE planning more 2-night PLEs, and discuss that. Football, my notes here. I'm not football. My computer's taking a little bit of a fucking while to fucking load. I'm sorry about that. Also, an Austin Theory move from WWE internal roster page. But we're not going to be talking Karrion Kross yet. We're not going to be discussing Kross. Probably discussing the next podcast, episode number 3, now that takes place. We'll discuss a little bit of news from August 8th up until August 8th. We'll discuss Austin Theory. Also, Backstage, he and MVP and AEW in the locker room frustrated and all elite wrestling. And that's about it. Also just saying wrestling history as well. That's all your topics for today. Thank y'all for watching Lucas Limits Maybe. As always, going to say it's episode number 2 for Monday, August 11th of 2025, to say the least. Starting with, you guessed it, your WWE 2025 Night 1 review. Starting with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. They kick off the PLE, or Premium Live Event, you want to name it, the same thing. They defeat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Now, it's not the only time we see Seth Rollins, one half of his faction here. We see the other one-third of his faction later in the main event. We'll get to that in a minute. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso kick off the PLE and defeat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. It was a solid match. It was not bad per se. Give it a B. I was expecting Reigns and Uso to beat Breaker and Reed. Wasn't expecting too much out of this, like I said. Some people were actually believing that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were going to beat Reigns and Uso. I wasn't went with that. Ever since the Monday Night Raw before SummerSlam, the Go Home Edition, would have been September 27th, or July 27th of 2025. And Breaker spear not just Roman Reigns, but Jey Uso through that barricade in the ringside area. That was freaking badass. I loved that spot. And so right then and there, I knew Reigns and Uso were going to win. Some people still had hope of Breaker and Bronson Reed were still going to win. Now, whoever wins the Go Home Edition, it was complete opposite the losing side. Whether it's a tag team or a one-on-one match, it doesn't fucking matter. Whoever's on the Go Home Edition or any show and it's just standing tall, usually that said person or team would lose on the whole PLE. Or pay-per-view for AEW. AEW does the same thing, honestly. So I didn't mind this match, though. I think it was pretty good. I like the spots. I could have done not the Jey Uso spear, the shoulder tackle, it feels like. I just can't stand him doing the damn spear. It doesn't look like a fucking spear, man. It's not even close to the safe stretch, or not even just Braun Breaker. You're not even close to Roman Reigns either. I think Reigns is a better spear than Uso times 1,000. Like, oh my fucking god, Jey Uso's gotta quit doing that spear, man. I know he's teaming with Roman here, and I get that to a point. But he's gotta stop with that spear, man. He's not even gonna have a hard time calling it a spear. But all honest, this is not a bad tag team match to start your show. I'll give it a B. Nothing like Barn Burner of a Classic, though. It's all freaking first 3 matches are not completely opposite of Barn Burner of Classics. Well, I wasn't saying the 91 was like an F, but you get the point to say at least. So there's Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to start the PLE, give it a B. Moving on to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They defeat Roxanne Perez, or Pin Accent Perez. They even say that they were compared to Pin Balor. I feel sorry for Roxy, man. She is so fucking good, though, is she? Roxanne Perez is fucking great. Alexa and Charlotte defeat Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. It was not the first of the 2 matches they had in this whole review of this whole podcast, to say at least, and discussed on the Monday Night Raw side. And had the rematch of 7 Women's Tag Team titles. This wasn't bad. I gave it the same grade. I gave the opening tag team match, gave it a B. Nothing like Barn Burner Classic, though. Can't say it or leave it. It can take it. It's not a bad match. I hate the fact that Pin and Roxanne Perez not only just on this SummerSlam, but on the Monday Raw after SummerSlam. But the same person, Alexa Bliss. Not that wants Charlotte Flair to tap her out, but still. But the figure 8 leg lock, but that's a different story another day. But still, what the fuck? What the fuck we're doing on Roxanne and Raquel, honestly? Like, can't we just tell like Roxanne at SummerSlam and then have pinned Raquel on Monday Night Raw? No. We pinned Roxanne both twice on Raw and SummerSlam. The fuck are you doing to Roxy, bro? She's too fucking good to be eating pins, like Pin Balor. Her mentor, quote unquote, like I said, the Judgment Day. But this gets a B. Well, on to your next match is by far worse than both those begin matches combined. Sami Zayn defeats Karrion Kross. A big fat C. Now, the elephant in the room with Karrion Kross is discussing his contract status with WWE. Apparently, by the time of this recording right now, probably like the next day or so, once to get on the Monday Night Raw review. I'll probably know much more about the update with Karrion Kross. He's doing a YouTube being video. We're discussing his contract being expired and everything. So we'll wait and find what he says about that. Some people think he's already gone from the company. I don't know about that. So wait and find out what that to say. Just keep it updated once you get all other. It's not going to affect you guys. I mean, it's just starting this podcast. But also affect me in knowing about the next day to say, at least from Monday of August 11th of 2025. But after this match, you can almost care about that more than this fucking match. A big fat fucking C. Like, what the fuck was the point? It's just to get Sami Zayn on the PLE. I know these two had a rubber match here because I believe Kross won at Monday Raw a couple of weeks ago. And then Sami Zayn obviously won a Night of Champions, so it's basically a rubber match. I get that. But did this really need to be on SummerSlam? What was this so such a big time feel for SummerSlam? I know they want to get a lot of people on the show. The second biggest show of the year for World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. I get that. But do we have to have this on the show? Well, then again, we're going to put on the show we already had then. I don't know. I found an 11-match card. Like, seriously, this whole, for the first 3 matches of this whole show, night 1 could have been 5 matches, night 2 could have been 6 matches. You want to put, 1 match in night 2 and up to night 1, it's a different story. We're going to find out what that, like I said. But this is a big fat fucking scene. Nothing memorable happened in this fucking match. So what else do you want me to discuss other than that to say? It's a big fat fucking scene in the middle of your PLE. The second biggest PLE for World Wrestling Entertainment to say the least. Moving on, so a very shocking outcome. I actually love this outcome quite a bit though. Tiffany Stratton defeats Jade Cargill to retain the WWE Women's Championship. The match was short, but it was decent for what it was. Short and sweet. Kind of like Tiffany's match against Trish Stratus' Evolution, short and sweet. This gets a B- though. I prefer Tiffany and Trish more, but still. To me, it's just short and very sweet though, like I said. It's not a bad match whatsoever. B- your grade. I love the gear as well Jade and Tiffany possess. They are 2 gorgeous women to say the least. We on this podcast appreciate Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. You know, I've been kind of hard coming before I left on my mini break here. I've been kind of hard on Jade a little bit. She was not that perfect in any means necessary in this match. He has botched pinfall, basically put Tiffany's leg on the bottom rope. What the fuck are you doing, Jade? You really want to lose this match right then and there, don't you? Were you even trying with that spot, Jade? I know Jade's not perfect. I understand that. I'm quite a fan towards Jade Cargill. But she literally looks so stupid putting Tiffany's leg on the bottom rope. She basically cost herself the championship. It's a storyline itself. I don't know. I highly doubt that, in all honesty. But still, it's a short and sweet match. Like I said, I get a B-. Like the fact that Tiffany actually retained her, to say the least. Might be unpopular opinion with some Tiffany Stratton haters out there, but still, you get the point. B- agree with Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Moving on to Logan Paul, who now has a match with John Cena at Clash in Paris. We'll discuss that in SmackDown review. The next podcast is say the least. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre defeat Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. I gotta be honest, I didn't care for the match. I really didn't. I gave it a C+. But I gotta be honest, Jelly Roll did a job. He actually took the losing pinfall by Logan Paul. You don't see that much from celebrities, man. Wow, what a crazy concept. You're not a real professional wrestler, take a pin, you actually win to be a professional wrestler and generate a professional wrestling ring. Wow, what a crazy concept. Jelly Roll has a fucking brain like most celebrities in professional wrestling, man. You gotta love that. You only took a pinfall by another celebrity and Logan Paul, but at least Logan Paul is a professional wrestler, to say the least. I can appreciate that from Jelly Roll actually big time, taking a losing fall as a celebrity, man. You gotta I'm not a big fan, not a biggest fan of George Jelly Roll. But you gotta be honest, him doing just stuff like that for professional wrestling, elevating guys like Logan Paul, and even Drew McIntyre. Right? Drew McIntyre pinned Jelly Roll, but whatever, man. It's whatever, honestly. At least he did not take a pin for not pinned, actually, Drew McIntyre, pinned Logan Paul, even. But still, I wouldn't have even done this match for SummerSlam. I really wouldn't have. Like, I can think so much better for Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre to do, and even Logan Paul, to have a match with basically Jelly Roll, unless you're Randy Orton team with Jelly Roll. But that's just me. I can speak to the wrestling guys themselves, but never answer me, to say the least. But this match between Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre defeating Jelly Roll and Randy Orton gets no grade with C+. And on to your main event. CM Punk. This was crazy, bro. CM Punk defeats Gunther in the main event to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We're not done with that, though. Not quite done. And not for the match. Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank at this time, came out with crutches, basically teasing that he was indeed injured. Which I do believe he was still injured, but we'll discuss that basically to end this and discuss the rest of the notes here to say the least. Rollins came out with crutches, but ultimately revealed that he was not injured anymore, or at least injured at all, we will find out. And cashes in his Money in the Bank contract and screwed CM Punk to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I fucking love the match between Punk and Gunther. And I love the fact that this was indeed a big time troll job from Seth Rollins. But this man was injured, even though I probably think he was injured. It's not the biggest extensive of injury. He's not going to be out for months. I thought he'd be honestly out for months. But then again, they did this reversal where Rollins ended up being kind of a troll job to Punk. He basically played Punk in Punk's own best game, bro. You gotta love that, honestly. You can't deny that with Seth Rollins. The match itself was great between Punk and Gunther. I love the match. It went an A+ anyways. It still was an A+ grade, to say the least. And it's not gonna get an A++. Ain't gonna get that, because like I said, it was our big time moments. But still. This was great. I love the match between Punk and Gunther. And Rollins' cash in afterwards was freaking great. Punk just went on this fucking, war with Gunther. Ultimately gets screwed over in the end by Seth Rollins. Cashed in the Money in the Bank contract. He's now the two-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Fucking crazy, bro. Now, do I think he was still injured? Yes. But to the biggest extent, absolutely not now. Do I think he got injured in an LA Night match with Saturday Night's main event for July 12th of 2025? Absolutely. But it's not big time, stuff for the future. Because they needed him to be healthy. And even though he got injured for a couple of weeks, it's fine by me. For at least a month or so at tops, it's fine. Get me out for a couple of weeks, that's fine. But he has that contract, he won at Money in the Bank. Do I still think that LA Knight should have won at Money in the Bank? Yes. But at least they made a moment like this, I can say that's at least somewhat sellable to me. So this was freaking great. The match itself was freaking great with Punk and Gunther, and I love the moment Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and beating CM Punk. That was fucking phenomenal, man. This match was freaking great, and the matches and the moment itself with Seth Rollins. You should have seen the fucking pop that Rollins got, man. Everyone expected, is he going to pull this off? Is he really going to do this, man? Pull this big time work in professional wrestling? Lo and behold, he kind of did that. He kind of did that for sure. This was freaking great, bro. This was freaking badass. People might say, oh, but you took an L to LA Knight for this? Really? At Saturday Night's main event? It doesn't matter. It was Mr. Money in the Bank and he's a world champion now. The fuck is wrong with you people? You can't be undefeated going up against CM Punk or Gunther, whoever be a world champion at this point. His name is Seth fucking Rollins, or Seth freaking Rollins, whatever, bro, you want to say it. This is Seth Rollins, the best professional wrestler in the last fucking decade, and still one of the best in the fucking world. So stop with your fucking complaining. Well, he lost against LA Knight in Saturday Night's main event. Who the fuck cares, bro? Would you rather lose against LA Knight? Or would you rather beat LA Knight or beat a world heavyweight champion? I think I'd rather be the world champion, would you think, there, idiot? Yeah, nice to think of something for once, right? That's why I'm always here as a podcaster to speak the fucking real truth. And maybe still opinions, like I said, sometimes, rather than that. This match main magazine here is great, bro. It's an all give an A+. As your overall show for WWE SummerSlam Night 1 of 2025, it's an all give a B. That is your SummerSlam 2025 Night 1 review on Lucas Limits on episode number 2. Moving on to your WWE SummerSlam 2025 Night 2 review. Starting with Naomi, the reigning defending WWE Women's World Champion. Proceed with caution, bitch! We all love Trinity Fatu on this fucking podcast, to say the least. Naomi defeats Rhea Ripley and Io Sky to retain the WWE Women's World Championship to start the event. Just like the opening match for Night 1 of 2025 for SummerSlam with Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, this also gets an all-grade a B. It started off kind of slow, I gotta be quite honest. But the last 5 minutes or so, this match is actually pretty good. I like the near falls in this match. I absolutely hate the roll-up, though. I hate Naomi actually hit the roll-up Rhea Ripley. But then again, Naomi is throwing up. This is probably something that fits Naomi's gimmick, man. Proceed with caution and do something like a heel tactics, being a heel champion, or rolling up Rhea Ripley, one of the biggest names in that company. That I can take that, honestly. That's a good roll-up, honestly. Now, I hate the roll-up finish, don't get me wrong. But at least it made Rhea Ripley look like really caught off guard. So I'll be honest there, that looked kind of legit to say the least. Naomi is just fucking great, man. We can't all complain about Naomi. No one can complain about Naomi being world champion. More than deserves. Been like what, since 8 years she's been women's champion, or a SmackDown women's champion. Like, oh my god! But she got redemption storyline here too. Like, she was last time a women's champion for the world title with SmackDown Women's Stuff in 2017. She lost at SummerSlam against Italia. Don't get me started that booking decision. I mean, I love Natty to death, but still. But she got her redemption from SummerSlam 2017 by successfully defending her Women's World Championship in 2025 over Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. This is the right outcome, by far the right outcome. Love Io, like Rhea to a point. I know people want to say, oh, Io Sky and Stephanie McMahon is a better match. No shit, Sherlock. Thanks, fucking stupid fucker. That's for telling me that. No shit, Io and Stephanie is the better match. But Naomi and Stephanie, you can't go wrong with that either. Like, what the fuck? Put some fucking respect on Naomi, would you, please? Dumb fuck with 20 different numbers in his fucking username on Twitter. God damn, man. I am tired of Naomi disrespect, man. I'm tired of it. The woman is fucking great. She's athletic as one of the most athletic women's wrestler in the whole world. Not named Bianca Belair. I might just above Bianca Belair. At least right in the level of Bianca Belair's athleticism. But still, you can't complain about Naomi and Stephanie back her match with Clash in Paris. I mean, sign me up for that, bro. I know Io and Stephanie's a more marquee match. I get that. Even Rhea and Stephanie's a more marquee match, too. I get that. But you can't do Naomi dirty like that, bro, by taking the title off her for like a couple of weeks or so. Not even for like a month or so. Like, what, 2 weeks once you won for Evolution at that point? Or it was 3 weeks after at the point. Yep, Sunday. But still, you can't do that to Naomi. So this is a freaking great decision from Triple H there. Right, creative decision to say, he's glad people fucking got to his fucking weird-ass nose there to say. So people call him Triple Nose McGee as Triple H. To say the least, man. Paul the Big Nose Triple H Levesque. Right outcome, a very good match to start your PLE. Not as great, though, as Io, Bianca, and Rhea from WrestleMania, though. I'll be honest there to say the least. This gets a B. Moving on to a clusterfuck fucking match here. This was freaking badass, bro. I love every single moment in this match. The Wyatt Six, the reigning defendant WWE Tag Team Champions, win the T-Tables ladders, and chairs match to retain the WWE Tag Team Championships in a 6 tag team TLC match. This was fucking great, bro. Oh, man, bro. The spots in this match, especially with Axiom giving to Angelo Dawkins a Spanish fly on the outside through a fucking table. What the flying fuck was that, man? I fucking loved it. Can't get any better than that, bro. This whole match is a fucking car crash. A roller coaster would be too generous. This is a fucking car crash. A massive car crash. I mean, damn, bro. More like a car wreck, a massive car wreck. I mean, fucking, it might be a train wreck, honestly. I'll be honest, it might be a fucking train, like 5 different trains collide with each other. You believe that, man? Oh, man. This was the match, bro. It really was. I fucking loved it, man. Every single person in this match especially the women, with Candice LeRae, B-Fab, even Nikki Cross. Especially Candice LeRae. Shout out to Candice LeRae. She is fucking amazing. Taking that big time that ladder spot with Johnny Gargano accidentally pushing his wife off of the ladder trying to get the tag team titles. Doing heel tactics, I know, but still. And she went crashing first, knees first in a fucking ladder on ringside. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I know Candice LeRae likes to do that type of shit, but shout out to her, man. I mean, damn, that spot looked fucking great, bro. We all love Candice LeRae on this fucking podcast. She is fucking bad. She's not like a normal women's wrestler. She's like more than that. She's like fucking, she looks like a fucking like male built up bodybuilder wrestler, man. Look, literally. The way she takes bumps like this, I mean, damn. How the fucking I appreciate Candice LeRae after that fucking spot, man. Shout out to her to say the least. That looked fucking brutal too for her size, man. Oh my god, man. This whole fucking car crash scene was fucking great, bro. And then Johnny Gargano hitting his finisher, I believe it was on Joe Gacy, I believe, something like that. Threw a table on the outside. Oh my god, bro. This was a fucking mess, and I fucking loved it. This was a great fucking mess. The Lions 6 retained their tag team titles, right decision there. If there was a chance you could have taken the titles off them. But then again, they won the titles a couple months ago, that's the Street Profits, but still. This gets a fucking A. I absolutely love this match, to say the least. A is your grade. The Wyatt 6 retain your tag team titles in a tea tables, ladders, and chairs match, to say the least. A is your grade. Moving on to Becky Lynch, the reigning defending WWE Women's World Champion. Let's try again. Becky Lynch, the reigning defending WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, defeats Lyra Valkyria to retain said WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship in a no disqualification match, thanks to Bayley accidentally costing Lyra the match. This means Lyra Valkyria can no longer challenge Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental title as long as Becky is champion. This was not the best, bro. I gotta be quite honest. There was some moments in this match, for sure. But were they great moments? I would say no. Like, something to me was off in this match. Like, do we really need Bayley involved in this? I love Pamela to death. But do we really need her involved in this match? I know she was knocking me on SummerSlam, period. That's a fucking crime. That's Triple H's fault. I get that. But why the fuck was she involved in this just losing the Falls Count Anywhere match against Lyra? The Falls Count, 2 out of 3 Falls match, you get the point. Like, what's the point? She lost that match against Lyra. It means she's got to go to the back of the line. Here she is at SummerSlam costing Lyra the match. What type of fucking logic is that, Triple H? Gotta be asking the honest questions here as us and critique here. Hi, Hunter. Remember me? I'm back, man. I'm here to give you more criticism. You like it? Well, guess what? I don't fucking care. It's a major freaking voice crack, go figure. This gets a B-. Not the greatest match. I was kind of really disappointed in this match, to say the least. B- is your grade. least it was better in this next match, though. Solo Sikoa, the reigning defending WWE United States Champion, defeats Jacob Fatu to retain said WWE United States Championship inside a steel cage. This, my friends, is the worst grade the whole SummerSlam card, Night 1, Night 2. This, my friends, is an overall grade of a C-. This was not very good, bro. This was complete opposite of good shit, man. This was fucking awful. I mean, it might be generous giving this a C-. Then after this match with JC Matoya Mighty getting his ass beat once again by Jacob Fatu. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here, Triple H, Paul Levesque? The fuck are we doing? Who fucking cares for this? MFT against Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso. I'm tired of it, man. I am fucking tired of it. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Whatever, I guess, right? Whatever fits your belt, Hunter. Not that's great at all, but you get the point. See, you're fucking great. Shall we move on? Shall move on to Dominic Mysterio, the reigning defending WWE Men's Intercontinental Champion, defeats AJ Styles to retain said WWE Intercontinental Championship. This gets a B. You heard my chair go off. Lovely. I'll be honest, this was kind of disappointing in this match too. You know, it's a B. It's not a bad grade whatsoever, but I was expecting a lot better out of this. I love all the tribute to Eddie Guerrero in this match by AJ Styles in the steel chair with Dominic Mysterio. That looked freaking great. I actually like that spot. But honestly, that's the highlight of the match. Not great, not bad, pretty good, but still. Might be generous with this great kind, honestly. Give it a B. Give it a fucking B. I love Styles, like Mysterio quite a bit. Dom's grown a lot on me. He's been fucking great as Intercontinental Champion. He's not the greatest run per se, but still, I feel like he's a great Intercontinental Champion. He'll start off his title history, maybe potentially come up to the world titles, to say the least. But this gets a B. Not the best. I was expecting a lot better, honestly, with these two, but still, not a bad match whatsoever. Definitely better than the last match you got with Solo and Jacob, but you get the point there, to say the least. B is your grade. And on to your clusterfuck John Cena match in 2025. Main event, last thing discussed on the SummerSlam card. For Night 1, Night 2, being more specific. Cody Rhodes defeats John Cena in the main event to win the undisputed WWE Championship in a street fight. And after the match, oh boy, this will be interesting to me for me to discuss. And after the match, Brock Lesnar returns and hits an F5 on John Cena. Now, before I get into that, I haven't discussed John Cena's face turn. Back to old John Cena. Listen, boys and girls, you can like it or not, it's the eye beholder. But to me, if The Rock was never going to be involved in this, what the fuck was the point of it? You did the great fucking stuff at the Elimination Chamber with The Rock and John Cena. John Cena selling his soul to The Rock. Also, we've never seen The Rock since. We've seen Travis Scott, we haven't seen the fucking Rock. Well, God forbid he's fucking bothered his fucking Hollywood bullshit. John Cena can still do movies in 2025 and still wrestle. Why can't you, Dwayne? Why can't you? Just saying. Just saying, as an honest fan towards you. But my God, bro. But brought SummerSlam more interesting. I thought The Rock was going to come out, honestly, and screw John Cena and had Cody Rhodes turn heel. But I'll be honest, I'm glad it didn't happen. Heel turn out, I thought Cody Rhodes was going to win the championship back anyways. I knew that. We didn't know what The Rock was going to be involved in. You think he wasn't involved in this at all. But instead we get Brock Lesnar. I'll be honest. Allegations are not for Brock Lesnar. I'm not bringing any of this involved. I don't care to see Brock Lesnar back, period, in 2025. Allegations of Janelle Grant or not. Don't get it twisted. I ain't bringing up the Janelle Grant shit. I don't care. That's between Brock and WWE and some Janelle Grant themselves. I don't care about that. I'm not involved with that shit. I'm really not. But as like Brock Lesnar back in 2025, we don't need guys like Brock. We can't get this spot to, like Oba Femi or something like that. I know he's the NXT champion, but still. You get the point, getting some younger talent involved with this. Oh, but the big enough level known guy like Brock Lesnar. Gee, I don't know. Don't do this shit in general. What do we need Brock Lesnar and John Cena one more time for? This ain't like Randy Orton and John Cena or Randy Orton. Ain't like really John Cena and CM Punk either. You can see that one more time. We saw that. And Randy Orton back-to-back PLEs. You get the point. But did we have to have Brock and Cena one more time? It's not happening in Clash in Paris. That'd be John Cena and Logan Paul. But I don't care to see a Crown Jewel or Survivor Series. I don't fucking care either way you look at it. What does a match with John Cena and Brock Lesnar do for anyone in 2025? I don't know what else to tell you. Like we just saw a glimpse on fucking SmackDown this week. We didn't see Brock Lesnar given not even seen there. What is he? The Rock 2.0 is funny. Brock and Rock. Two fucking part-timers. Or mega part-timers, honestly. Like, if you're gonna have Brock back, you at least spend the SmackDown following SummerSlam. The Raw and stuff to SummerSlam is a different channel. We didn't see him then, but I want to play it out for SmackDown. But no, we didn't see him there in SmackDown. We saw Cena. Where the fuck was Brock? Nowhere to be fucking found. This is a problem I have with Brock Lesnar on television, viewing John Cena, who has 4 months left in his career. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Who cares for Brock and Cena again? I don't care to see it. Allegations of Janelle Grant or not, I don't care to see it. Have you seen the whole rant I did there? Did I just mention one thing about Janelle Grant and the sex allegation stuff? And the answer is no. I didn't answer any of that shit. So I don't care. It's between WWE, Brock Lesnar, and Janelle Grant and her team. Legal team, you get the point. I don't care. I don't care to see him on television at all. Even with allegations. With or without it. I don't care to see him. We don't need guys like Brock Lesnar on television in the year 2025 for Raw wrestling team because they want to pick the quick paycheck. Brock's probably low on money, but still. He needs one more last paycheck, not just Vince McMahon, by Triple H. I don't care to see this. I don't know what else to tell you people. I don't care for Brock Lesnar in 2025. Janelle Grant lawsuit or not, I don't care. Don't care to see him whatsoever. Like, they really ruined Brock Lesnar from Vince McMahon, then Triple H himself. Like, who fucking cares? We're past guys like Brock. The fuck do we need him for? I don't understand it. Whatever, I guess. Go with the flow, I guess, right? Let it play out. I let it play out for too long already. Raw was bad enough. Then he goes to SmackDown, he's even worse. Fucking A, bro. But so the match was freaking great between Cody and Cena. I love the main event up until the Brock Lesnar return. Just because an A+ for the match and stuff. It would have been an A++, believe it or not. Wasn't for Brock Lesnar, of course. The match was fucking phenomenal. This is the best we've ever seen John Cena look since, probably 2018. Maybe not 2018. Maybe probably since his AJ Styles matches. That's the last great choice of match for Cena. He had a lot better than his WrestleMania 41 times 1,000 match. That was a fucking awful match he had at WrestleMania 41 with Cody Rhodes. You can tell that Cena looked a lot better as a babyface compared to that heel thing we saw in WrestleMania 41. You can tell he looked a lot better with that. It's going to be one of those what ifs in wrestling history with John Cena being a heel. It's going to be one of those what ifs, man. It's kind of sad. We had it in the palm of our hand, but of course The Rock can't be bothered with his bullshit. So of course he cannot be seen with that, to say the least. Because it fell flat on his face thanks to creative, The Rock, maybe a small dose of John Cena too. To a point. Do not blame it at all towards Cena. It's more Rock and Triple H, obviously. Match itself here was freaking phenomenal, man. I gotta be honest. This match was fucking great. I love to see Cena back to his old self again after the bullshit stuff with The Rock and stuff. Selling his soul to The Rock and against Cody Rhodes. This was freaking great, man. A+ you're great with Cody Rhodes and John Cena in the main event. Would have been A++ wasn't for Brock Lesnar to say the least. That's how great the fucking match was. But as your overall show for SummerSlam 2025 Night 2, because no longer it would be. That is your WWE SummerSlam 2025 Night 2 review on Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. Moving on to your Monday Night Raw, August 4th, 2025 review. Starting with Seth Rollins, the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He starts the show following his WWE World Heavyweight Championship victory at SummerSlam against CM Punk. Talked down to the crowd and claimed that they turned their back on Rollins. And LA Knight, interrupts Rollins and challenges Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And Rollins walked out of the ring, but Adam Pearce makes the match official later in the night and also banned Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker from ringside. Nothing like Barn Burner of a classic promo. This is like whatever, honestly. As most of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed stuff has been. This gets a B-. I don't know what to fucking say about it. Don't fucking care, man. We get it. LA Knight could be the first challenger for Rollins, because you're obviously the best person to beat Rollins at Saturday night's main event for July 12th of 2025. We get that. Like, do we need to fucking have this meaningless promo to take up fucking time with Adam Pearce coming out to say that? The answer is fucking no, to say the least. B- is your grade. Probably a rapid fire speed, right now it's 8:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, August 10th of 2025. Just fucking tired. I'm on the whole, like I said at the top of the show. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and also take a little bit go to bed, honestly, and then wake up probably a couple, basically maybe 10 a.m. tomorrow, something like that. Get right back in business with your news topics and wrap up the whole podcast, as said. It's not going to affect you, it's going to only affect me, as said, at least. Moving on to Sheamus versus Rusev, ends in a double countout. Another B-, solid match, don't fucking care, honestly. Like, we've seen these two guys wrestle for what, bro? And this is probably the worst match they have with each other. Like, I didn't care! I don't care! With this double count, I can beat Sheamus and Rusev, that's fine. By the way, Sami Zayn and Rusev versus Rusev is announced for tomorrow for Raw, or tonight for Raw, honestly. Fucking was interesting, maybe a fun match on paper. I don't know what they're going to do about that, to say at least, but it is what it is. This is a B-, just want me to say other than that, honestly. Don't care, no fucking honestly, to say at least. B- your grade. Moving on to Penta defeats Grayson Waller. Jobber Waller. I love Grayson Waller. He's freaking very good. This man's always here to take fucking pinfalls. Another big fat C. Or I should say, just a big fat C. Did you fucking care about this? Because I know I fucking did it. The fuck was the point of this, man? Monday Night Raw, the Raw after SummerSlam, the second biggest Raw all year. The first one being the Raw after Mania. This is the second biggest Raw of the year. You're doing shit like Penta and Grayson fucking Waller. Don't fucking care. Big fat fucking C. Shall we move on? We shall move on. So Alexa Bliss and Charlotte for rapid fire speed for this Raw review. The reigning defending WWE Women's Tag Team Champions defeat Roxanne Perez with another pinfall by the same finish by Alexa Bliss. defeat Alexa and Charlotte defeat Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Solid match, B- you're great, I don't fucking care. I actually prefer the SummerSlam match better than this, but still. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck cares to see this rematch? I don't, to say the least. Roxanne has talked herself in a title match with Raquel against Charlotte and Alexa for what, bro? And then lose again? The fuck are we doing here? Triple H. This show is not that great. Monday night, what so fucking ever to say? And SmackDown was even worse. We're gonna get to that next podcast. But still. B-, you're fucking great, bro. I don't fucking care. Well, it's another match I don't fucking give a shit about, shall we? Dominic Mysterio, the reigning defending WWE Intercontinental Champion, defeats Dragon Lee. Another big fat C. Oh, man, what are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here, Triple H? I mean, beat Dragon Lee is not a big jobber, Lee, honestly. What the fuck are we doing, bro? How am I supposed to fucking care about this? Seriously, how am I supposed to care? How am I supposed to care? You try to convince me, Triple H, you're doing a horrible job of doing that, by the way. Just saying. Like, seriously, who the fuck cares about this? Because I know I don't. I don't. See, big fat C is your fucking grave, bro. C is your fucking grave. Well, on to Becky Lynch, the reigning defending WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, has a promo following her successful defense of her WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam against Lyra Valkyria. And Nikki Bella interrupted, and both women took shots at each other's personal lives, with Lynch taking a shot at Bella's marriage with John Cena, and Becky punched Limp Bella to end the segment. You're not, this is probably the time for the best career in the show. Gotta be honest. I know, you would say like Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch feud in 2025 is your best show and you're fucking great in your whole show. Yes! For Raw, at least. So fucking bad this show was. I'm not gonna say bad, but very boring. But still, I like the segment quite a bit. I like the fact that whoever takes a shot at Nikki Bella at John Cena, I feel like it's honestly like a big time dig at Nikki. People complain about it on social media like, oh, how can you say that about Nikki Bella? I'm sure Nikki Bella gave an approval by this. No, knock on wood, obviously. First time I did a whole podcast on about 40 plus minutes in this review, or podcast in general. The WWE can't do that. They can't do that, honestly. They tend to do that a lot, so eventually Vince McMahon. I mean, Triple H is starting to be like that, honestly, too. But not informing wrestlers of this, of personal stuff and everything. But still, I'm sure Nikki at least gave some sort of approval to this, at bare minimum. So shut the fuck up, you sensitive fucking people online, bro. You never sense the fucking music of your fucking weird stupidity, to say the least. This gets a B, nothing, this is a pretty good segment, I gotta be quite honest. Not the greatest segment, not the bad segment whatsoever. Talk your best day in the show would it be. Moving on to your main event. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins! That's a weird way to say it, bro. Seth Rollins, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, versus LA Knight in the main event. For said WWE World Heavyweight Championship goes to disqualification after CM Punk caused that DQ. And after Braun Breaker and Bronson re-attack Punk until Roman Reigns attacked and attempted to make the save for Punk. And so eventually Reed hits three tsunamis on Reigns to end the show. Also tied the best guy in the show would it be. Didn't really care for the main event match for World Title. I knew this was going to disqualification. We're having to beat LA Knight already for the World Championship. You can't even get a PLE spot for said World Heavyweight Championship. It'd be kind of stupid if you ask me. But still. I like the fact that Bronson elevating him to give Roman Reigns 3 tsunamis. Not about half of it gave the other Shield member Seth Rollins, the leader of this faction, a Reed breaker, but still. That was freaking great to elevate Braun to the next level. Giving Roman Reigns 3 tsunamis. And stealing Reigns' shoes once again, bro. The shoe thief, the tribal thief, if you ask me. I believe that he's actually being called a tribal thief. That is interesting to say, at least in its own right, to say the least, like I said. This match main event was a match, to say the least, something great. I like the fact that elevated Braun Strowman giving Reigns 3 tsunamis to end the show. I like that quite a bit. And by the way, Roman Reigns is not written off television yet. I heard people say, oh, Roman Reigns is written off television for his free foreseeable future to film his movie. Well, he might be right, but he's going to be on the next, already advertised the next 3 Monday Night Raws, I believe, to say the least. At least for August 18th, I believe, to say the least. So expect Roman Reigns to be built up for a clash in Paris, to say the least, just like I said. But this main event for you gets an all-show of a B. Match main event for a B. As your Monday Night Raw for July. As your rest of your show. Your Raw show grade. For Monday Night Raw, August 4th, 2025, your Raw after SummerSlam. It's all grade a B-. So now, like I said, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm not going to affect any one of you guys. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And go to sleep real quick. And obviously wake up the next day. But I record about 10 a.m. Which is next for August 11th of 2025, Monday. So have yourself a good night's sleep. It'll be a brief moment, honestly, for me, for you guys, but still. I'm going to take a little bit of break to go to sleep and everything else. So stay tuned for that. We'll come back in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Well, to say the least, there's a lot of stuff happened since I last discussed my Raw review, to say the least. Well, so anyways, we're not going to discuss any more news. I already have my topics here and everything else. So let's just go right back to business, Sean. I know the time I've last seen you for the Raw review. Karrion Kross is not with the WWE anymore. Him and Scarlett now out the company. So we're going to discuss that probably sometime later this week. Let's go right back to the regular standard programming, shall we? And by the way, I'm recording this like basically 21 hours after I last recorded the Raw review. Like I said, last segment, to say the least. Now let's get back to your podcast, shall we? Moving on to ESPN will stream all WWE PLEs in the United States starting next year in 2026. Fucking lovely. ESPN platforms, including a DTC service, have the opportunity to stream all WWE pre- and post-event shows tied to all premium live events. For the first time, ESPN will offer its suite of networks and services directly to fans, along with the enhanced ESPN app. It integrates game stats, betting information, fantasy sports, concurrents, multi-view options, and personalized sports center for you. Lovely. Designed to give fans more choices, flexibility to access all of ESPN. These new features and functionality will be available to fans who watch ESPN app on mobile connected TV devices, whether they subscribe directly or through the traditional pay TV package. You're wondering what the hell, how much does it cost you? It costs you $30 fucking to watch WWE PLEs. Starting in 2026 on this goddamn ESPN DTC platform. Like, literally. How the flying fuck? But listen. There's might be a lot of stuff happening here. You get Sports Center and some stuff after that along the long live location of whatever WWE PLE there will be. But still, man, like $30 fucking. You go from $10 to $9.99 in general to go down to $29.99. That's $20 an increase of your fucking pay bill to say at least, or to discuss in like WWE PLEs. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, granted, it's not as worse as back in the day when the WWE pay-per-views back in that day, including AEW pay-per-views now on Amazon Prime Video, where those were like $50 to $60. Now this is like only not as bad as it's $30, but it's still not great. It's still not great at all. This company, it's funny, they did this like right after right during the SmackDown show last week. Like, right after they produced one of the worst SmackDowns of all year. Not saying like a SmackDown that's fucking sucked all fucking year, 2 to 3 hours. Right after they produced one of the worst shows I've ever seen all year. Is that a company that's looking to get more money? Or just trying to do business better? No, it's not. They're pushing their fucking ego for their precious wallet, to say the least. I'll be honest, I'm not even even pay for this. I will watch the WWE PLEs still, don't get me wrong, I have my own ways though, people. I can work around the system and get it for free. I can probably watch it on Watch Wrestling, but Watch Wrestling not, man. Granted, it's not perfect whatsoever. Do the same thing with AEW pay-per-views and all wrestling shows. They want to watch it live. Well, it is what it is. This is fucking ridiculous beyond ridiculous can be. Is it bad as people make it out to be? No. We used to get more stuff involved with this. But it's a great absolutely not, though, to say the least. To wrap up the segment, Lucas Limits Podcast, episode number 2. Moving on to WWE planning more 2-night premium live events. According to a report from Andrew Baydala, the discussion of hosting more 2-night events has intensified within WWE and TKO. The report notes that the impressive revenue, high attendance, and earlier start and finish times for each show, the 2-night format for SummerSlam resonated well with the fans. Don't know about that, bro. The 2-night SummerSlam, granted, was better than WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong, 41 that may be. But still, was it perfect? Absolutely not. The success of the experiment has reportedly led to plans being put into place to introduce the format to other temple events. Report states that Survivor Series in 2026, lovely, and Royal Rumble in 2027 are on top of the list to become 2-night shows, with Money in the Bank also being considered. Oh my god, Money in the Bank and Survivor Series is a big time fuck no for me. I'm going to discuss my thoughts in a minute though, there's some more to discuss here. This report aligns with recent comments made by WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque, who say that the 2-night WrestleMania format was proven to be successful in creating destination weekends for fans by extending the 2-night model to other major events like Royal Rumble and Survivor Series. WWE and TKO appear to be committed to a strategy of creating several massive can't-miss weekends for their fan base throughout the year. You mean, maybe is it like can't-miss weekends or just money grab weekends, to say at least from WWE and TKO? That's what I think of that. Listen, I don't mind the Royal Rumble being a 2-night event because you have one night for the women's Royal Rumble match being a main event, and the other night being the men's, obviously, night 1, night 2. That I don't mind. But Money in the Bank and Survivor Series, especially fucking Survivor Series. Like what, you can have one night with what is Saturday and one night Sunday, and the Sunday one's going head-to-head with the NFL, probably Sunday Night Football. Like, let's just say, I don't know, Chiefs and Eagles will play Sunday Night Football. This is an example, people. Would you rather watch the Chiefs and Eagles if you're a regular football fan and wrestling fan? Or watch fucking boring-ass Survivor Series War Games matches? I'd rather watch the Chiefs and Eagles, at least from me. Not that I like the Chiefs, I can't stand the Chiefs, but you get the point. Just an example, people. Would you rather watch football or rather watch for a weird-ass fucking build-up to War Games or women's and men's side? That's just me. That's my hindsight on this. Like, why the fuck would Survivor Series and Money in the Bank be 2 nights? Like, what the fuck? What's the point of that? Also, for more money, motherfucking money for WWE and TKO. I like the SummerSlam and Survivor Series. SummerSlam and WrestleMania being 2 nights. Even Royal Rumble, I don't mind being 2 nights either. But anything other than that, after that Royal Rumble, like, why the fuck is that going to be 2 nights? Like, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, why the fuck does that need to be 2 nights? The fuck is the point of that? I know it's their 5 biggest shows of the year, but you don't even make it 2 nights, make it 10 of them in 1 year. That'd be fucking overkill. There's already overkill at WrestleMania and SummerSlam with 2 nights. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? The fuck are we doing here? I don't like that whatsoever, in all honesty, to say the least. Moving on to Austin Theory removed from the WWE internal roster page. An update is provided on the status of WWE Monday Night Raw star Austin Theory. According to a report from PWInsider.com, Theory has been removed from the company's internal active roster. The report states that WWE sources have confirmed that the former United States champion is no longer listed on the internal active roster. The reason for this change is currently unknown, though it comes after Theory was written off television with an injury. It should be known that this does not mean all capitalized letters, meaning that he has been released, as wrestlers are typically removed from the internal roster when they're unavailable to be booked for television. Per Fightful Select, Theory isn't off the roster completely, but rather he's listed with the other injured talent like Zoe Stark and Ilya Dragunov. Which I think that's going to be the case, honestly. I think he's just injured, like I said, he's an injury written off television. And hear my chair go off, lovely. Like, I know he's going to be written off television, I don't think he's released. WWE be fucking stupid to release him. Then again, they can do something like that with TKO and WWE in general. I don't think Triple H is involved with this either. He gets no scot-free hands involved in this either. But it'd be kind of bizarre if you released the guy when he's fucking injured. It'd also be fucked up, if you ask me. I know, it's all about TKO and their fucking precious money, to say the least. But in all seriousness, I don't think he's released. I think he's just, like Cookie says, the report. Zoe Stark and Ilya Dragunov on the same offer move here. And you're not going to release Ilya Dragunov, people, especially in a Triple H-led company. Or as far as creative. You're not going to release Ilya Dragunov. That'd be fucking even more stupid than Austin Theory. So we'll wait and find out with this and say at least I'm writing out Austin Theory being removed from the internal roster page, and he's getting back on television when he gets obviously healthy and everything else is said at least. Going on to some Backstage, he and MVP and AEW and a locker room frustrated. A new report from Fightful Select has shed light on some Backstage frustration in All Elite Wrestling surrounding the Hurt Syndicate, and more specifically their manager MVP, Montel Vontavious Porter. According to the report, MVP has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and the faction has created disagreements over who should lose their tag team championships to, obviously Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. The report claims that several talents have expressed that MVP has some heat with them, and it's well known backstage that MVP dislikes people like Mike Bailey. In terms of a creative, a claim that he was made internally that the Hurt Syndicate said no to losing to FTR, and at both All In and Forbidden Door, for Forbidden Door, oh my god, bro. Forbidden Door pay-per-view. So I don't probably a lot to say Forbidden Door, honestly. The way Forbidden Door is looking like this year, to say at least, but it is what it is. Instead of established teams like FTR, the report notes that MVP has stated a preference for a team to lose the title to a younger talent like the Gates of Agony, the Outrunners, or Private Party. However, it was also pointed out the Hurt Syndicate has already defeated all three of those tag teams, including obviously taking the titles off Private Party as well. According to the report, the frustration from some in the locker room stems from perception that the group are heels that do cool moves, beat up everyone, and gives fans fives on the way out. The report clarifies that there is no heat between MJF and the Hurt Syndicate, despite their on-screen alliance recently becoming strained. I don't think that's going to change anything with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. That's probably for storyline's purposes for that in general. Not some behind-the-scenes drama, to say at least. Knock on wood. In all seriousness, MVP and AEW need to get their shit together with that. Like, what the fuck? What does MVP have a vendetta against Speedball Mike Bailey? What is your problem, MVP? I like you as a manager, don't get me wrong, for the Hurt Syndicate. It's freaking A++ in my book. I like the Hurt business as a WWE and Hurt Syndicate and AEW. But what the fuck are you fucking backstage drama here? This is like freaking middle school. Like, I don't like this guy, so I want him off the television. It's like some fucking middle schoolers arguing over which is who, which one wanted to have a girlfriend here and which one had said girlfriend there. Like, what the fuck, bro? What is this fucking, not even middle school, it's like fucking elementary school, honestly. The fuck are we doing backstage in All Elite Wrestling? I've seen this once before. Drama in AEW in the August months, to say the least. I've seen this once before, a.k.a. Phil Brooks, CM Punk, and Jack Perry I won't be surprised if this next month be another one too in September, the Brawl Out situation with Punk and the Young Bucks and etc. We ain't fine with that to say the least. Not that I want that, but you get the point to say the least, like I said. And finally on this Lucas Limits podcast episode number 2 for your Monday, August 11th of 2025. This day in wrestling history, starting with 1997. On Monday Night Raw, Shawn Michaels returns to in-ring action against Mankind, also known as Mick Foley, and revealed that his new insurance policy should be returned to Ravishing Rick Rude, also on the show. Nation of Domination revealed that Rocky Maivia is also known as The Rock as its newest member. So that's 1997. On to 2003. Raw Code General Manager Eric Bischoff is forced to face recently unmasked Kane one-on-one, and Goldberg takes on the Nature Boy Ric Flair in the main event. That sounds like a boring, old-school, match to say. It's not that it sounds bad. I'm just not a fan of Goldberg whatsoever. I'm also not a fan of Ric Flair at all. I know Ric Flair was always a great wrestler, though, back in that type of era, to say the least. Even 2003 was not that bad. And finally, this day in wrestling history, 2014. WWE hosted a special birthday celebration for Hulk Hogan on Monday Night Raw. Paul Heyman gloats on behalf of his client Brock Lesnar ahead of his title match against John Cena at SummerSlam. Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt had words. Stephanie McMahon gets revenge on Brie Bella, and Randy Orton battles Sheamus as well. What the results were, you got to look it up because I ain't going to share on this whatsoever. So that is this day in wrestling history. And I also got a little bit of an announcement I want to do. Within the next couple of days, I'm going to be starting something new for YouTube and all audio platforms. I'm going to be a very big time series I got to do. It's naming my top 5 favorite wrestlers in alphabetical order. Like, for example, I'll give you 5 wrestlers I love dearly in the A category, then B, C, D, and you get to the point, so on and so forth. So that's going to be happening. I thought about this right before I went on the air for the Monday, being today. I went to, after I thought about this on the Sunday when I recorded a Raw review, obviously with that segment. I thought about that too. I'm like, but that sounds like actually a good segment to do, a good podcast to do. Is my top 5 favorite wrestlers from any alphabetical order category. To say, so probably starting the next couple of days with that to say at least. I keep I'll notify on Twitter about that to say at least. That's all I got for you today, man. Thank y'all for watching. Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms, episode number 2. For your Monday, August 11th of 2025. It just feels so freaking great to be back in podcasting business to say the least. Feels great to be back in the good old podcasting business to say the least. It's going to probably be a little bit less podcasts in general. And more so, more shorts on YouTube and more reels on Instagram, more TikTok videos. You get the point with that too. And until next time, trust me, we'll be next time, everybody. Peace, love, I'm out. Take care. Love you all big time to say the least.